So look what's popping. We got the Follow Me Cam going hand. We at an antique store. Yeah, I did a move out job. A lot of laborers hours, but I did a move out job and ended up getting a lot of collective items. So I figure one way to keep things spiritually intact is to connect people to things that they like. So in this episode of Follow Me Cam, I'm at an antique store on Peirce Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I believe it's called Antiques on Peirce. I spoke to him earlier, but we're going to roll the camera and I'm going to let y'all know what I find interesting. And as I try to reconnect 1927 all the way to 2022. So we're about to find some things that might match each other or some things that might have a pair. Hopefully, you know, somebody finds some interest and want to purchase or even just really need what I have to offer as a person that likes to share and connects and build. So as I build this new episode of Follow Me Cam, I appreciate y'all for looking out and watching the videos and episodes. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. The animal rescue job, I appreciate that one too. But in this episode of Follow Me Cam, like I said, I want to go take it all the way back to when I used to be in foster homes, and I will notice that certain people will collect certain items or collect certain relics, and for whatever purposes they are. So this might take us back. It might take us and put us into the 1980s, 1970s, and the 1900s. But for, like I said, 2022, when there was a pandemic and there was so much going on in the world, to be able to reach back, we're going to definitely see what does this mean to where the world is now. And for people who collect and have a collection of stuff, we're going to see what it is to feel like a collector, to be a collector. So we're going to appreciate it as an artist. We also going to, like I said, we're going to go back in time. So Follow Me Cam going ham. Initially, we're going to have a camera like this to see how I'm received before my voice. My voice usually clears things up, but before that, we're going to just go in with what I look like things. So that's why the camera is going to be opposite of Follow Me Cam to begin. So Cam still going ham, though. You feel me? What's up? What's up? Is there a supervisor?
I'm walking around ready to fall asleep. What can I help you with?
I spoke to a guy about a week ago. Hey. So yeah, somebody already shaking their head at me like, oh my God, not another one. So I don't know why she's looking like that, but yeah. I spoke to a guy, what's today, Monday, so it had to be Thursday. I spoke to a guy, a gentleman, a male, on the phone and mentioned to him that I ran across a lot of relics and collective things that I think people will be interested in. So I took him home and I sanitized everything. And him and I spoke. He said to come around 1 o'clock today where I run a company or organization, not-for-profit, called Follow Me Cam, where I commercializing.
So did he give you his name?
I can't vaguely remember. Matter of
Well,
fact.
could you come up to this gentleman on the phone on Thursday about bringing in relics?
What's his name?
We're making a 1 o'clock appointment with him.
All right, so who am I speaking with?
I'm Linda.
Miss Linda, okay. And then what's your name?
William.
William, okay. All right, so like I said, I talked to a guy. I don't know, I vaguely remember, but I do know that he said, I mentioned to him that I take tours as an artist from Milwaukee by the name of Vantage that has a big community of people who support me, especially here in the city. So I mentioned to him that I run a non-for-profit that entails that I go like places like this and take field trips for the youth. I teach at a high school, so I go on field trips and like read art or basketball highlights, and it's like a channel that has created a frequency of love. So I mentioned it to him, like, man, that sounds like a great idea. Like, you should come by at this time. So,
But on Thursday there would have been anybody here except for William.
Maybe that was his name. Maybe that was his name.
Well, this is William right here.
Or maybe it wasn't then if he doesn't remember that conversation. So I know I spoke to somebody here, so I don't know. But this doesn't have to go here. Regardless, I wanted to come and take a look at the store. But yeah, he also let me know that, what did he say? He said, like, have an idea of what price I would want to bargain for because they have to resell the stuff, which I understood already. So yeah, I don't know how y'all operate, but I knew that this wouldn't be a bad idea to bring the stuff that I found and clean here. So
So you're just trying to sell this stuff?
yeah, Yeah, this stuff, yeah, but I also wanted to, I've been waiting to come here since last week, so I'm sorry, my energy might be like, why is he so excited, but I'm into stuff like this.
I get it.
So yeah, we back at face value. The cam is going ham. Alright, so just learned a lot about collecting. When you collect, when you go different places and find different things, a lot of people want things as in a condition as if they in the same year that whatever was come upon is there. So when you find door handles, look at the door handles. That's high. You know, when you find earrings, got a lot of beautiful earrings. Just to know all of this stuff that at one point it may have had a price, but in some cases I could imagine some of this stuff is more expensive than its original price. I don't know. I'm just guessing because it looks great. A lot of this stuff looks great. If you like what you see here on Follow Me Cam, down here at Antiques On Peirce, you come check it out for yourself. But I always am intrigued to see such designs because of what I've done for myself as a creator. And there's so much stuff, so I know I ain't gonna be able to take a look at it all. But we definitely going ham on the cam, taking y'all through some of the things that that I got going on. Y'all see all these antiques, stuff that you ain't probably gonna see nowhere else. We got Antiques On Peirce with the Follow Me Cam going ham. Gold plated, gold trimmed plates and dishes. Old school cars, remote control cars with the Coca-Cola brand. Oh man, you got it's a sword, bro. It look like a sword. I think this the fire pit thing. You put the fire out. Wow. Oh, we gonna see some stuff in here. Wow. So are you ladies that y'all at the top of the line, got the top of the line designers? Sometimes it may take something old but eloquent, to really get you where you want to feel as far as what you got on your attire and your fashion. So, like I said, big ups to all the designers, all the people who had anything to do with these pieces of work. You know. And I'm happy of a place like this because it makes me feel like no matter what I create at the time I'm creating it, there will always be a place for it. More jewelry. Man, the cam going ham. So much candle holders. You see me behind the cam. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Oh. Wow. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that I got, it definitely, them doors we got right there in the front. Ooh. I did right. I mean, it almost feel like this type of stuff was made for Follow Me Cam. So when the cam get to going ham, I could pull up on it and see so much of this type of stuff. Yeah, just to see some of this stuff, it definitely reminds me of some of the stuff that I just brought in.
What? Okay, hang on. Let me just push this by the elevator.
Yeah. So a lot of this stuff is gorgeous because just to think of how much time went into every piece that's in this store. This is like the library of all libraries. Like, aside from books, you can read a lot of the stuff in a book, or you could look and see like some of the stuff, tiki masks, African art, you know, some of the stuff you ain't gonna never see nowhere else. So it's good to have a store that's salvaged and really is responsive to recycling this time. Because with everything that we see in here, we're gonna see a time value of where something like that was sculpted. No matter what you think about it, it was still sculpted. It was sculpted, built, and designed. You know, so to all of the artists out there, man, I feel so good to be able to see such collections and collectors. And I wouldn't be surprised if I see whatever I find in here, like, I ain't gonna be surprised because it's like, wow. And as I rekindle a lot of my own thoughts about seeing a lot of this stuff, what takes me back vicariously through virtue is just to know that I was in so many foster homes, and that sometimes I would see the ways and how people would live and choose to sustain their life. So at some points and sometimes in instances, yeah, I've seen people collect such variables. I've seen people love and appreciate this type of art so much with clay, acrylic. Some of this stuff I don't know what it's made out of, but I've seen people gravitate towards collecting this type of stuff. So to be reminded via this Follow Me Cam, just to know, like, some people have gone, some people don't live here on earth anymore. And just to know a piece of what they held on to while they were alive, and even myself included. Just to know, like when they say you can't take it all with you, you can't take it with you. When we see stuff like everything that we're looking at, these are examples of us not being able to take what we have on earth with us. Although it may be pretty, glorious, and it looks good, and was even created for God's people, so that we can become closer to Him in the ways of Him and His understanding. It's prominent to know that, like, this is why we create, so that people could feel encouraged from what we've been through. So I know I just seen two things like these, and I definitely want to pitch these too, because I have two of them when you could have four of them. So the other part is about connectivity. You know, when you're establishing a frequency between people, especially as a black man, somebody that stays in some toxic situations and behind closed doors, when it's all said and done, sometimes get mistreated and treated unfairly or poorly for that matter. A lot of the times I know how big I am, how much power I have, how much control over myself I have, and how much discipline I have. But I also know, and in some instances, it don't even pertain for me to do nothing. Just to live and just continue to know I've been through that situation. So moment. It's just a moment.